Welcome back, guys. So I'm joined here by Matcha. That is actually her real name, whether you believe it or not.
Hello.
Hello. I've read tarot for her several times before, so she knows the drill. I'd like you to take the deck in your hand, shuffle them, and think about a topic or a specific type of question that you want to ask about.
Will I ever get freedom?
Freedom in general. Oh, okay.
Like to do the things that I want to do without people telling me not to do it, or
Sure.
and being able to do it because I have the time and the money.
Okay. All right. We'll see what we can do with that. One hour later. Oh my god, she's done!
I just wanted to make sure the ones that fell are mixed in. Okay.
Alright guys, I hope you're used to this, but you'll notice that cheesiness is part of humor, or my humor is part of quite,
I like
Alright, that's a great start. You want to question freedom. Do you feel like your freedom is related to you, your destiny, people around you, or whatnot? How would you compartmentalize those sections, if you know what I mean? Let's say if you have freedom, whatever freedom is to you. So how much of that is controlled by you? How much is it controlled by another person? How much is it controlled by society? Just
I feel like
roughly.
it's really 50-50
Okay.
because, well, my opportunities are really like take it but leave something else. Just, okay, for example, because when I being here, I thought, okay, I want to travel, I want to be free, I want to go out with my friends, come back when, like we're done having fun. But, I couldn't do that because living with my parents, because they live far, I have to take the bus, I have to make sure I catch it. Then later on, I met a boyfriend who I talked to about how freedom is important to me, and that person said that they understood and that they would help me explore the freedom. Then that person pretty much lied because we were not having any adventures or freedom, we haven't traveled.
So you want to put it into 50-50. So half of it will be the freedom by whatever your definition is and how it affects you. And the other half would be either your relationship or society, or do you want to break that into a half as well? What do you feel is best? Is it
Well, I
correct?
feel society is pretty much the same.
The same. So 50-50?
Yeah.
Alright, so cut the deck in half, please. Look at one first.
Does it matter right hand, left hand? Because left hand is the hard hand.
Up
and
to you.
the
You can
right
use
hand is-
use your left hand.
Okay.
20 minutes later. I'm sorry, I just love
No,
teasing
it's
way
okay.
too much. So this one represents you and this one represents society.
Yes.
So put this aside first. Let's make this quite simple. Let's have a 5-card spread to see like how you've been experiencing whatever freedom means to you. And let's do a mystery card, which I like to do very often. This spread is called the horseshoe spread, and the first card is the beginning. So the beginning, it sort of shows Prince of Pentacles. So this represents like opportunity, it represents health, represents finance. So in a way, do you feel like this is something that you used to feel, or maybe it is who you are now? Maybe you do have the wealth. I mean, you do have enough money to do what you want to do now, but for some reason it's still holding you back. On a practical level, excluding what other people do or don't let you do, the mental restrictions of what freedom is, do you have the financial freedom to do it? Do you have the energy to travel? Can you afford to travel? If that's the case, this is where you are now, and this is where you're starting to be. So this is a good situation for you. You have the means to do it. Energy, time, and money. If you believe you have these things, then that's great because it is reflected in this card. At the same time, I get a feeling that this card is trying to express your growth towards a more mature and logical, deductive mindset. So as we were, taking the time to set up the tarot, you've already explained to me your thought process of how you view your situation, the different options that you can take. So this represents your ability to put into different scenarios of the possibilities that you can or can't do and what may or may not be restricting you. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Somewhat? Just to make sure we're on the right track. And finally, your highest ideals is the experiences. So here it shows the type of person that you are. You see this little boy here, or kid or man, he's like a farmer. He's growing all these goodies. So these goodies would be the things that you want in life, the things you want to do with your freedom, the experiences and whatnot. And you have the patience to get it. Although from what you've explained just now, it seems that patience could also be, I won't say negative, but it could also be the thing that's holding you back. Because if you're too patient waiting for other people and you don't harvest the fruit is still there. It's just waiting for you to take it. So in a way, just like this little boy here, you can harvest it, but you're still waiting. You're not plucking the fruit yet, even though you're able to, and you have the logical path to go towards there. You put in some thought. So in this situation, you're just delaying yourself from taking the action, even though you could. Here is the Queen of Cups. Once again, this shows the situation that you're in terms of like mental state. In terms of your overall like energy and aura, it's like, mostly positive and can see the good things in life. However, it's in a position whereby it is the advisory or slash the obstacle. So what this could potentially mean is that despite the fact that you see a lot of good things, especially let's say in other people, it's important sometimes to also not let people latch onto you because you are a good person. It doesn't mean that you turn away from a friend. It doesn't mean that you leave someone on the floor. Oh my god, I have to literally crawl down to get it. Ah! Shit! No! Why can't I shoot this guy? No, there's no bullets!
It's a tiny little right hand.
No, I'm dead. No, I died. And we're back. A bit of technical issue because I'm recording with my phone and then someone called, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, back to here. Where were we? We spoke about
My emotion.
your emotions. It demonstrates that you're someone who's mature with your feelings, but yet you're a very, very emotional person. And because of that, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just you have to be wary that by being emotional, or rather by caring or listening to what everyone has to say, sometimes these things will hold you back. It's not the person itself will try to hold you back. But if you say like, you know what, I don't care about what this person thinks and go and do the thing anyways, that's great. I can understand why you may not be like that because similarly, I'm in the same situation very often. There's a lot of things that I would like to pursue, but in the end, I stop myself or I delay myself because I put other people's happiness before my own. Once again, it's not telling you to change who you are, but be aware of this type of, aura, this energy. There will be people who may prevent from doing what you want or be supportive of what you want. Oh, but this last card is very good, is that your dream true. So this one is final stage in the major arcana, which is general success. Nothing much to add there. It's just the realization of what you can be. So it means like you're going to continue spiritually, emotionally, and your wisdom is also going to grow. And over time, you're going to achieve the things that you want. But once again, there is a delay on these two parts, okay? So you're too patient. So let's say if you have a chance to travel now, maybe you say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna wait for so-and-so, or I'm gonna travel at the end of the year, but you're capable of doing it already, as you mentioned to me, and you've already had it planned out really well. You've done it before. You went to Korea, right? Or something like that. It's ready for ripening for you to take whenever you want to take the action. Once again, try to put yourself higher above the list of priority. Putting others before you isn't necessarily the best. Outside of tarot, in my own personal experience, it's best to make yourself happy first before you make other people's happy. Because if you make other people happy and you don't care about yourself, then in the end, it's not a very good cycle. But once again, I'm not worried for you because this is like the best card you can get in terms of like a resolution.
Wow.
A resolution position. So the mystery card, which I do very often, is oh, that's
That
interesting. This is you.
What am I doing?
Yeah, you're naked.
I'm free.
Yes, you're free. So this is, other people wouldn't notice, but this is the Star Tarot.
Okay.
So you can say that the stars, or rather destiny, is in line and supportive of whatever guardian angels or whatever's watching over you. They are very supportive of your success, especially because this card is the most representative of you, right? Good. So move on to the second part of the reading.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put this away for now. I'm quite surprised you have the Star Tarot of all the cards you could pull.
Me too. I'm very happy.
That means the rewards are coming your way in that case. Do you want to further break down the freedom that is not beyond your control to specific people or just in general? Let's say your mother, your boyfriend, your work or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Or we leave it as is. Okay, so what are these two piles that you split up?
This one would be my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And this one would be like work.
Work?
Mm-hmm.
So for your relationship, you first have a Six of Pentacles. So the aspect of a relationship begins on a form of charity. So it's something that you give to him or something that he gives or gave to you. I do not have the details. So this is what I expressed to you. So you'll let me know if it makes any sense to you. So it's like a relationship that began with giving. So, and at some point that began to change. This is the death card. So it signifies a major change in the course of a relationship. In a way, this could also mean receiving. It could mean you give things to him, he receives, and he gives things to you, and you receive. This could be like financial. This could be physical stuff.
Like
it could be emotional. You give each other emotionally, and after at some point changed for whatever reason. It's not explained here. If you want to delve into it, that would be like for purpose of another reading. But here it just shows the situation as you've asked. And that change has caused some distance. So you see someone here is picking up the swords and then two people are like walking away. So it's kind of like a resolution of a battle, like two people having a duel. It doesn't matter so much on who won, who lost, but in terms of like there is a resolution of a conflict. It does not state whether it's positive, negative, or neutral, but it just say that there's a resolution and a departure from something. I'm not really sure about if your relationship is at which point right now, but this is what the cards tell me.
I think I'm here or here.
Yeah.
This one is over, right? It means like it's done, like, or
Kind of. It doesn't necessarily mean that you break up. In a relationship situation, it could mean that you break up, or it just means that you resolved a disagreement and you will no longer talk about that disagreement anymore.
So I'm either here or there.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're both happy. It just means that you sort of like sweep it underneath the rug and forget it's actually there. That type of scenario, for whatever it's worth.
All right.
So that's the state of a relationship in terms of freedom and whatnot. In terms of work, you have the Hermit, the Page of Sword, and the Page of Coin. Does your new job involve you having a lot of time to reflect on certain things? Or it's a type of job that's more seclusive?
What do you mean seclusive?
That you don't have to deal with too many like people? Or maybe it represents the type of person you are when you're at work?
Yeah, I guess. Because I just started, so I can't really say much. But
And then both here, it represents like you have the capability of learning, you have the capability of growth, and you have the youthful energy of both. So it's not something that you're completely tired of. You're open to accepting new challenges and whatnot.
actually,
Yeah, this is like how you feel. But at the same time, there's part of you that is just isolated. Once again, it's not a negative or positive thing. It's just the way that it is.
Okay. Yeah, could it just mean I'm an introvert?
Yeah, it could. That's what I meant. It could
Yeah,
also
okay.
just mean that you're an introvert. If this represents just who you are, because people talking to you and you talking back to them doesn't mean you're extroverted. It just is what it is.
Right.
So like you're more introspective of your work, for example. Maybe you would ask yourself, is this really what I want to do? Am I happy working here? Whatnot, whatnot. But you do have these qualities that you bring to whichever organization you're working for.
Right.
Your capabilities, so to speak. In terms of freedom, here it does not show too much. But I do get the vibe that there's nothing that's going on here that would prevent you from pursuing other things if you wanted. So if you were to, for example, leave any of the jobs you have to like take a trip somewhere, it feels that it isn't something that would affect your work per se. You know, it's just something that you decided to do, and it's bringing harm to any organization or team that you're a part of.
Good. Okay.
So that's not something you should worry about. If this does represent who you are, that means you think a lot, you worry a lot about something.
Yes.
So that's something you definitely don't need to be concerned about, because people, or rather your boss, hopefully, does see you as someone who knows what to do in different situations and works hard. And you are valued for that.
Okay.
So nothing on the work side affects your freedom, so to speak. Good.
Okay. Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to elaborate on?
No, I think I understood and everything, and it's a good reading.
Thanks. All right, so this is the end of the reading.
Boat, we're a boat, we're a motherfucking boat. Rah! Go look there.
The other side.
Okay, good. So we are lost in the middle of the river.